October 14th. The U.S. stock market closed on Monday, and we're here with your quick daily market update. If you're looking to stay informed on the latest market moves, especially in the tech sector, make sure to subscribe to the channel and catch our updates first thing in the morning. Semiconductor stocks were once again the highlight today, with NVIDIA leading the charge. NVIDIA closed at an all-time high, with its market cap now reaching $3.4 trillion. Other major players like ARM and Qualcomm also posted significant gains, signaling renewed momentum for AI-driven stocks. The broader indices followed suit, with the Dow Jones rising 0.47%, surpassing 34,000 points. The S&P 500 gained 0.78%, while the Nasdaq saw the strongest growth, rising 0.87% to break through 18,000 points. Small-cap stocks, represented by the Russell 2000, also performed well, climbing 0.64%. In contrast, crude oil prices dropped 2%, hitting $74 per barrel as OPEC Plus revised its demand outlook downward. Gold saw a modest decline, down 0.26%, and Treasury yields stayed relatively steady, with the two-year yield at 3.95%. The yield spread between 2-year and 10-year Treasuries has also widened slightly, a factor worth keeping an eye on for those tracking economic sentiment. Now, let's dive deeper into the tech sector. Semiconductor stocks drove today's rally, with NVIDIA up 2.4%, Qualcomm gaining 4.7%, and ARM jumping 6.8%. This follows a period of subdued performance in tech since July, leading some analysts to claim that the AI bubble was over. But today's price action, especially in semiconductors, suggests that momentum could be returning. In terms of individual companies, NVIDIA's stock has been on a roll, climbing 13% over the past month. The main catalyst? CEO Jensen Huang's comments about overwhelming demand for their next-gen Blackwell chip. Morgan Stanley analysts recently met with NVIDIA's team, confirming that orders for Blackwell are already fully booked for the next year, further driving optimism for future growth. Meanwhile, Qualcomm has been outperforming NVIDIA in recent days. Qualcomm's fourth-generation Snapdragon chips are seeing strong demand, with shipments projected to rise 50% year-over-year in the second half of this year, largely driven by Samsung and growth in China's high-end smartphone market. Among large-cap tech stocks, we saw mixed performance today. Apple rose 1.6%, and Microsoft, Google, and Meta posted small gains, while Netflix and Amazon slipped slightly. Tesla, which had faced disappointment over its robotaxi announcements last week, rebounded today with a 3.8% gain, closing at $138.70. Interestingly, we're seeing growing excitement around the upcoming earnings season, particularly with companies like Microsoft and its increased capital expenditure forecast for 2025, up by 30% to $58 billion. This could push rivals like Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta to ramp up their own investments, signaling more potential growth for the tech sector. Moving back to semiconductors, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, also released promising figures, with Q3 revenue exceeding expectations by 39%. As the world's leading semiconductor manufacturer, TSMC is a key bellwether for the industry, and its upcoming Q3 earnings report on October 17th is sure to be closely watched. Its September sales have already been disclosed, and the market is expecting continued growth. In summary, today's market was led by semiconductor stocks, particularly NVIDIA, Qualcomm, and ARM. As we enter earnings season, we'll be closely monitoring the performance of big tech and semiconductors, as these sectors appear poised to maintain their leadership in the market. Thanks for tuning in to today's market recap. We'll be back tomorrow with more insights, so don't forget to subscribe and stay up to date on all the latest developments in the financial world.